viewer, please provide your full attention during this program to ensure that everything runs as smooth as possible. We highly recommend that you insert any questions that may arise during the program, as they may be answered during the Q&A slot at the end of each station. All the cooperation is very much appreciated. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Greeting to all the moderators and panels, as well as to the participants who are watching through our live stream on HEP UITM Chongan Terengganu YouTube channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to welcome you to the second International Student Representative Conference, Empowering Young Leadership. I'm Iman Haikal, your MC today. We would like to welcome and participant of the second International Student Representative Conference for second session. I hope all of you had a very nice break. The second International Student Representative Conference, Empowering Young Leadership, is online program organized by the Student Representative Council of University Technology Mara, Terengganu branch, via live stream on this YouTube channel. This leadership program involves students from 8 different countries and will be held for a total of 2 days from November 10th until November 11, 2023. So here we finally are today as we welcome you to our program. I believe this will have a massive impact and broaden our overall knowledge. But before we move on to our next session, we would like to invite all the participants to rise and sing the Malaysian National Anthem, Negaraku, and the UITM Anthem, Wawasan Setia Warga UITM.
Pemimpin negara kita
open, we will now have a prayer reciter to bless our program this evening. Now, let's proceed with a welcome.
الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We express our gratitude to you for allowing us to attend assembly on this virtual program named Second International Student Representative Conference Empowering Young Leadership. Allah, we ask you for the safety of our religion and the welfare of our body. Oh Allah, Lord of the implementing authority, make the days that we've gone through, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing, and end it with the forgiveness, and also make this program that we've gone through with guidance, and end with the victory of excellence. O Allah, O infinitely compassionate one, O infinitely loving one, let our effort as a means to enlighten and convince ourselves that the personal safety of leader, outer or inner, is a prerequisite for achieving happiness and excellence in various fields. O Allah, grant us faith and strength in order to face the challenges of life during the transition period and in the face of life in this new era. O Lord of majesty and bounty, possessor of might and glory, O Allah, show us guidance and adjust our path and ways to achieve happiness and glory. Let us listen to people who like the good things. Let us avoid doing the bad and evil things. O Allah, blesses our life in this program and participant from this program and prevent us from harm and unfortunate events. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa la ikhwanina alladhina sabaquna bil iman wa la ta'jal fi qulubina ghillan lil ladina amanu rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wassallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
Now, let's proceed with a welcoming video about this program. For your information, it is about motivating institution leader to do a better job with their responsibilities. Also, this program can assist leader improving their leadership qualities in the future.
Welcome to the second International Student Representative Conference, Empowering Young Leadership.
Today, we embark on a transformative journey
Where leadership takes center stage.
In the coming days, we'll explore diverse perspectives
on critical skill and share insights
that will shape the leaders within us.
Together, we will inspire the change.
foster innovation, elevate synergy.
Strengthens our commitment to making a positive impact.
Embrace this unique opportunity to connect, learn, and lead.
We encourage you to engage actively, learn from one another,
and live here with renewed passion and purpose.
So, let's dive into the dynamic world of leadership.
As we begin this exciting forum, welcome
to the
Second International Student Representative
conference,
empowering
Young Leadership.
Without wasting our time, Deputy Vice Chancellor will be delivering the welcome speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please provide a warm welcome to Professor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Student Affairs of University Technology Mara, UiTM, Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to everyone. Alhamdulillah, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His blessing, allowing us to come together today in the second International Students Representative Conference, Empowering Young Leadership, ISRC 2023. First and foremost, I wish to express my congratulations and admiration for the leaderships of the Students Representative Council, UiTM Terengganu branch, for their adept organization of the forthcoming programs. Entitled International Students Representative Conference Empowering Young Leaderships, ISRC 2023, this event is scheduled to spend 2 days, representing a collaborative effort by the Student Representative Council of UiTM Terengganu branch, which involves the participation of several esteemed international universities from diverse countries. I wish to extend a cordial welcome to the distinguished panelists and attendees for various nations. Young present is a tangible affirmations of the commitments and enthusiasms for enhancing the capabilities of young leaders within the international students communities. The theme chosen for ISRC 2023 is Empowering Young Leaderships, underscores the pivotal role played by emerging leaders in shaping a more promising and luminous future. The primary objective of the second ISRC 2023 program is to direct its focus toward augmenting the efficiencies and effectiveness of leaders while offering inspiration for those within educational institutions to reach new heights of excellence. Furthermore, this program is an invaluable platform for exchanging ideas and experiences among leaders representing diverse educational institutions. Such interaction will foster the development of a robust professional network, facilitating collaboration and knowledge sharing within the educational community, I'm confident that this program will not only aid leaders in enhancing their skill but also contribute significantly to polishing the quality of student leadership in the contemporary era of globalization. I'm delighted to announce that University of Technology Mara UiTM has achieved two remarkable milestones in the Malaysia Book of Records. Firstly, for awarding the highest number of scrolls during a convocation ceremony, and secondly, for presenting the highest numbers of scrolls by the Vice Chancellors. The Malaysia Book of Records officially recognized both distinctions with 31,222 graduates receiving their scroll during the 95 UiTM convocation ceremony held from November 26, 2022 to December 21, 2022. Notably, over 16,000 of these graduates received their degrees and diploma scrolls directly from the Vice Chancellor of UiTM. Moreover, University of Technology Mara has engraved its name in the annals of Malaysia Book of Records, MBR, with the inaugural Kita Campus dan Alam Premier Community Service Program, which was conducted simultaneously at all 34 university campuses nationwide. Throughout this program, UiTM gathered the participation of 35,685 individuals, comprising students, staff, and public members, surpassing the initial target of 25,000 participants. This initiative indirectly fosters the development of leaders who can profoundly committed to environmental stewardships. In conclusion, leaders who genuinely love the environment serve as pivotal change agent, guiding society towards sustainability and well-being. They acknowledge the interconnectedness of human interests and the environment, and by setting an example, contribute to creating a better world for future generations. University of Technology Mara, a globally recognized institution, is graced with abundant talent and youthful potency. You are not merely a university that places paramount importance on academic excellence, but also a nurturing ground for instilling and strengthening leadership qualities among our students. I take immense pride in the contributions made by UiTM students, including those representing our international student community, which have enhanced our reputation in education worldwide. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the Students' Representative Council of UiTM Terengganu Branch and the Student Affairs Division of UiTM for their gracious efforts in organizing this program. I extend my wishes for success to all students from both public and private higher education institutions as they pursue their career aspirations. With Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby officially launch the International Student Representative Council Conference 2.0 with the theme Empowering Young Leadership. Have a great conference, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you for the heartwarming speech, Professor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs of University Technology Mara, UiTM, Malaysia. We are now going to listen to the opening speech delivered by Yang Berbahagia, Professor Technologist Dr. Mazidah Puteh, Rector of University Teknologi Mara, Terengganu Branch, Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to all attendees of the event, the International Students Representative Conference 2.0, Empowering Young Leadership at ISRC 2023. I offer my greetings to the distinguished speakers and esteemed guests gathered here at UiTM Terengganu branch via online. Additionally, I wish to convey my deep and heartfelt appreciation to the dedicated committee members whose unwavering commitment has been instrumental in ensuring the success of this occasion. Initially, it is a well-established notion that leadership potential resides within every individual. I assert that leadership is attainable by anyone, contingent upon their willingness to either remain within their comfort zone or embark on a journey of self-improvement, thereby dispelling any notions of weakness. Consequently, individuals can assume a role in guiding those in their proximity. The essential prerequisite is to cultivate the belief in one's inherent potential. Ladies and gentlemen, today we convene to commemorate the emergence of youthful leaders, recognizing their innate capacity for leadership, their prospective role in effecting future change, and the boundless prospects that await each one of them. It is an honor for me to observe the devotion, resolve, and zeal exhibited by everyone here as they embrace the responsibilities of leadership. Whether one assumes positions within student governing bodies, clubs, or various associations, or simply sets a precedent through exemplary conduct in their scholarly endeavors, they are already shaping the trajectory of their community's future. Leadership involves nurturing a sense of belonging, empowering others to realize their fullest potential, and collaborating harmoniously towards shared objectives. Leadership represents an expedition characterized by self-exploration, continual acquisition of knowledge, and unwavering commitment to ethical principles. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout your tenure as student representatives, you will inevitably encounter a series of trials and hurdles. You will be summoned to render difficult judgments, navigate intricate scenarios, and manage conflicting demands. Nevertheless, I possess full confidence that your tenacity, ingenuity, and the unwavering backing of your peers and mentors will guide you through even the most arduous circumstances. In your capacity as student leaders, you stand poised to make an enduring impact on our institution and the broader global landscape. It is imperative to bear in mind that leadership extends beyond the immediate moment. It encompasses the construction of a legacy for posterity. As you assume these responsibilities, I implore you to envision imposing aspirations, employ imaginative thinking, and execute your duties with an ethos of empathy. In conclusion, I wish to affirm my confidence in each member of this esteemed assembly. I have personally observed the extraordinary potential inherent in this gathering of young leaders, and I firmly believe that collectively you will serve as catalyst for constructive transformation catalysts for innovation, and architects of a legacy within our academic institution. And for that, I hereby declare the International Students Representative Conference 2.0 Empowering Young Leadership ISRC 2023 is officially open. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round applause to Yang Berbahagia Profesor Teknologis Dr. Mazidah Putih, Rector of University Teknologi Mara, Terengganu Branch, Malaysia. We will now continue with our second slot for today. Allow me to introduce our moderator for this session, Muhammad Danish Nias bin Muhammad Azmi, the President of Student Representative Council, University Teknologi Mara, Terengganu Branch, with the topic Realizing Positive Sense of Self as a Leader. Along with Danish, there are 3 invited panelists from abroad, comprising Malaysia and Indonesia. Firstly, we have Muhammad Ili Faris bin Rahimuddin from UiTM Shah Alam, Malaysia. Next, we have Dr. Sri Wahyuni Ratnasari from Sultan Agong Islamic University, Samarang, Indonesia. Lastly, we have Muhammad Nur Iman bin Muhammad Rizwan from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Before that, we would like to have a photography session with the speaker. All of you are required to turn on your camera for this photo session.
So awak contact dulu dengan sama ada ni atau Abang Lan. Saya bagi Abang Lan. Saya bagi nombor.
One, two, three. Again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you everyone for the cooperation. So without further ado, I would like to invite our moderator and the 3 panelists to share with us their knowledge. Danish, the platform is all yours to start our second slot with the topic Realizing Positive Sense of Self as a Leaders.
All right, thank you so much, Ime, our MC for this afternoon. May I know if my mic is fine? Is my mic okay? All right, good. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam UiTM di hatiku, and greetings everyone. I am Muhammad Danish Nias bin Muhammad Azmi from University Teknologi Mara, UiTM Terengganu Branch, and I will be your moderator for our second session, which is called Realizing Positive Sense of Self as a Leader. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone, especially all our panelists and audience who have joined this wonderful session through our HCP UiTM Cawangan Terengganu live on YouTube this afternoon. Our program for today was organized by the UiTM Terengganu UiTM Student Representative Council Terengganu Branch. So, dear panelists and audience, today we set out to explore a crucial idea that leads academic institutions all throughout the world to success and vitality. Today, we set out to explore and to investigate a key idea of educational establishment all throughout the world. Developing a strong leadership community is essential to determining how our universities will develop in the future. Leadership in all of its manifestations is the driving force behind advancement in higher education. To guide us through this enlightening journey, we have assembled three esteemed speakers to assist us in navigating this session. So, introducing our first panel, from University Technology Mara in Shah Alam, Muhammad Ili Faris bin Rahimuddin, who's currently studying Bachelor of Mass Communications Honours Public Relation. He held the position of Vice President of Student Representative Council, UITM Shah Alam. He is well known for his empathy, which is reflected in his active participation in voluntary activities. This is one of the superiorities of our panels today. So how are you today, Ili Faris?
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me for this session. I hope that today will be a great session. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ili Faris. Now, let's move on to our second panel, which is from University Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, Dr. Sri Wahyuni Ratsanari, SE MBAS HRM. She holds the position of Assistant Professor from the Department of Management under the Faculty of Economics in Unisula. She completed her doctoral program in program Dr. Ilmu Management PDIM Unisula in 2023 and her Masters in Human Resource Management at the Queensland University of Technology in Australia back in 2004. Not to mention, she was also recently a field supervisor for Merdeka Mengajar, a national program of Directorate of Higher Education earlier this year. Her self-development activities varied from becoming the Go Branch Ambassador in 2023 to being a part of Miro Heroes in 2022. So how are you today, Doctor?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very good. Thank you very much, Dennis, for introducing me and also for the committee for having me here to join this great conference. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. So now we go on to our last panelist, which is from University Tun Hussein On, Malaysia, UTHM, Muhammad Noriman bin Muhammad Rizwan, who's currently studying at the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Manufacturing. He held the position of Vice President of Student Representative Council, Student Development in UTHM. So how are you today, Noriman? We cannot hear you, Noriman.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. So far, Alhamdulillah, thank you for inviting me from University Technology Malaysia, and I hope so this conference will give benefits to others for changing idea, empowering young. So that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Iman. So me and Nur Iman are from the same faculty, which is engineering. So I know that engineering is quite hard. So, but it's okay. Even though it's hard, every subject is hard. Every course is hard. So, yeah. So now, amazingly, thank you all once again for every panel for being with us in this session this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with our scheduled agenda this morning, please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, HEP UITM Cawangan Terengganu branch. Leave a like and some positive comments below. Thank you all for your unwavering support. So now, without further ado, let's go on with our first question. So the question goes, contemporary leadership literature favors bodies of thought, emphasizing knowing and understanding followers. Addressing their needs and conducting the leadership role is a selfless manner. These are sound principles. Leadership is an other-oriented enterprise. Selflessness is preferably to selfishness. While most leaders have strong egos, narcissistic personalities are rarely recognized for excellence in leadership. Strategic introspection, which consists of purposely examining one's own motivations, personality traits, strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers, is a crucial element of leadership development. In fact, sense of self should be the first step in leadership development. It is common to hear leaders ask, why does my staff or team members behave this way? It is less common to hear leaders ask, how does my behavior manifest in this organization? So, before we continue with our first question, who would like to volunteer to answer the first question? Is there anyone?
I think I can go first if the question is quite easy.
All right, Ili. The stage is yours.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good evening to all the panels, moderators, also moderator, and also the audience that are watching our conference today. So before we get started, I believe that our moderator has introduced myself, but I'll just introduce myself again. My name is Muhammad Ifaris Berahimuddin. I'm currently now the Deputy President of Student Representative Council in UiTM Shah Alam. And in Malay, we call it Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar. So we are the one who responsible in taking care of the students in UiTM. Same like Danish and also Nuriman in Malaysia. So regarding the first question, so it is common, yes, to hear that sometimes leader they bragging about why their teammates behave like, so because everyone have their own attitude. So sometimes we as a leader we brag about why these people behave like this, why these people behave like that. So actually in leadership, we have to use their attitude into our advantages. So in my tenure, in my team, what I use lah. Usually, I know that certain people have their own attitudes, their own unique attitudes. So these attitudes I use to my own advantage. If I know that he is the one who need to be asked for help, then he will do the work. Then I will have to do that. Sometimes we see a people who does not have to give orders. He can do without we giving orders. But sometimes we have also to monitor them. Monitoring is also important lah in this case. So for me, a great leader for leadership in the future, leaders need to understand his subordinates' attitudes in order to they can use into their advantage. And when we can use that attitude into our advantage, I believe that our goals can be achieved using psychology, also using motivational words. So using that, we can enhance their work, the cooperation into turning the action to results. So I believe that I use that trick lah in UiTM Shah Alam. So I believe our panel here today must also have their own points and suggestion or views on this issue. So maybe I can give to other panels. Maybe we can hear another point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ili Faris, for your sharing. So let's move on to our second panel. So who would like to volunteer to be our second panel to answer the first question?
Okay, Bismillah. I will add some point. Is it okay?
That is perfectly fine. The stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, I agree with Ilya Faris on some point about what we call great leaders. And I add some have also those who can inspire the best of their potential. So here I agree with Ilya Faris. A leader needs to understand their follower, addressing their need and conducting their leadership in selfless manner instead of the selfish one. To do so, again, I agree that leader need to perform self-reflection. And Dennis, or in this topic, we call it as strategic introspection, that it is better I mean, it's better term, I guess, because by doing, they do it for the benefit of themselves, but most importantly, to give better impact to others, to the follower and organization. So here, I would like to highlight as well that current leader also need to do strategic introspection in relation to how their behavior impact to the environment and to our life in hereafter. So to themselves, to the other people, to the follower, to the environment, and also to hereafter, to our life in hereafter. We need to give impact. And also reflective or reflection or strategic introspection will understand that our role as a leader in Islam we got as a khalifatul fil ard. So we have to also maintain and strengthen our relationship with other people, with universe, with and also with our creator, because I believe in religion, and also in some society we promote good values. And because I'm Muslim, so here I highlight that in Muslim we have, as Muslim and Muslim leader, Islamic leader, we have try to find to the field of leadership. So in order we can contribute to a more, wider community, not only in our organization. And then also one more point here. So understanding this critical as Khalifatul Ard, or the leader of UNICEF, can save the leader from asking, sometimes like in this question, where does my staff, or how does my behavior in the universe, and also so it wider scope to organization, and also to universe, by also care about the environment. Thank you, Dennis, for this opportunity.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor, for sharing your thoughts and opinion. So is our third panel, Nur Iman, here with us?
Yes.
All right. So are you ready to answer the first question?
Okay, yes. So, okay, let me introduce back myself. So my name is Muhammad Nuriman bin Muhammad Izwan, final year of Faculty Mechanical Engineering students, and also Vice President from Student Representative Council, University Tan Hussein Al Malaysia. So about the question, contemporary leadership. Okay, for contemporary leadership literature indeed underscore the significance of leaders' understanding of responsiveness to their followers, highlightingly the importance of selfness in leadership. This approach emphasizes the idea that effective leader prioritize their need and their team members of their own and engage in a true understanding of their followers. Okay, for an example, for student representative concern in UTHM, we have two campus for your information. One campus in Pagoh and one campus in Pahit Raja. But we are under one student representative council. So beside that, we must have effective communication between the SRC in UTHM Pagoh and UTHM Pahit Raja, because they are slightly the facilities of UTHM are mostly point on the Pahit Raja, but they are benefit to the student in UTHM Pagoh. Okay, contrary to the common belief that leaders should possess strong egos, contemporary perspective tend to downplay the effectiveness of narcissistic personality in leadership, often associated with self-centeredness and lack of empathy. Is considered less conducive to building and sustaining successful team. A key aspect of leadership development, as suggested by Karanta, involve strategic introspection. This process involves a purposeful examination of one's own motivation, personality trait, strength, weakness, and emotional triggers. It is posited that cultivating a deep understanding of oneself is a crucial initial step in effective leadership development. Leadership is often framed as an other-oriented enterprise, and this perspective encourages leaders to shift their focus from questioning their team behavior to reflecting on how their own action and behavior manifest within the organization. Asking how does my behavior impact this organization demonstrate a commitment to self-awareness and recognition of the leader's role shaping their team dynamics. In summary, or in conclusion, contemporary leadership literature promote a principle of selflessness, emphasizing leaders' understanding of followers and their needs. Leaders are encouraged to engage in strategic introspection, making a conscious effort to examine their own motivation and behavior. By prioritizing their self-awareness and considering their impact on the organization, leaders can contribute to a more effective, cohesive team dynamic. That's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Noriman, for your sharing, and I agree. So, in leadership, like as a leader, like one of the most important thing is self. One of the most important thing is realizing our positive sense of self as leaders. So basically, from the first question, I would like to highlight that the strategic introspection. So what is introspection? So introspection is the examination of observation of one's own mental and emotional process. So it's about we examine our own self. So here from the question, it says that the concept in this discourse is strategic introspection, which involves a purposeful examination of one's own motivations, personal traits, strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. So it says that this is one of the most is one of a crucial elements in the journey of leadership development. So it is suggested that developing a genuine sense of self should be the primary step in any leadership development process. So other than that, I think that we as a leader, we need to know like why our team members behave this way, but some people don't say that, is it our way of saying or our way of communication is the reason to why they are becoming this way? So we need to have our self-reflection. Like sometimes we need to know like, okay, so for example, we have our team for SRC team. So in our SRC team, we know that she behaved this way, he behaved this way. So sometimes we can't how do you say it, like we need to, the way we communicate with the person, we cannot communicate with that other person. So they have their own way of communicating. So we need to know, like we need to adjust ourselves to the way of how we communicate to every person in the team, so that there won't be any trouble or any, how do you say it, like any trouble in our team, so that they do not become sad, or like maybe they might not like us as a leader because of the way we communicate and the way we convey our order to them. But I mean, it's sometimes our way, not everyone likes our way of leadership, but we try our best to become a leader. So that's all for our first question. Thank you, panel. Now we move on to our second question. So the question goes, to begin the hard work of better understanding and managing your sense of self, examine both bright spots and dark clouds in your day. Do positive outcomes more closely correlate with a specific emotional state? Do problematic outcomes correlate with a different emotional state? Can staff or team members predict with high reliability your response in a given situation? Does that response give them energy or take away from the task? Are you able to anticipate situations that bring out your less productive self? Are you able to prepare for those situations and mitigate negative behavior? Do you do a postmortem after both routines and crucial encounters? Was I at my best? If so, why? If not, why not? How can I learn from the experience and replicate the good while adjusting the bad? So, for the second question, is anyone here would like to volunteer to answer the first question? Yeah, the second question.
Bismillah, I will, Dennis.
All right. So the stage is yours, Doctor.
Thank you. It seems that we have Steph will give other points. Understanding and managing our sense, we have both bright sides and dark side. We have both our strength and weakness. And this is, of course, a hikmah from the Creator, from Allah, which we have to thankful for. If we have only strength and bright side, we may then become arrogant and may have less empathy to those who are in worse circumstance. And if all people have only the strength and their bright side, you or we as leaders may lose the opportunity to nurturing our skill in developing or improving others. So Allah create us as the best creature, but also at the same time, Allah also mention us as weak and jahil or not knowing. So Allah provide us rooms, or the Creator, Allah provide us room of Allah. Regarding postmortem after both introspection can be a powerful strategy. In Islam, we may call it muhasabah. We can use it to introspect whether our behavior, our words, our perception were positive, kind and good when we meet our family members, maybe, or our friends, our colleagues, our clients. Did we draw big smile? On their face or clothes all over the places. So in this point, we understand this also mentioned verbally and non-verbally to influence other emotional states. When we show our kindness, empathy, patience, love, and compassion, other will also respond accordingly. I think that's from me, Dennis. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, doctors, for your sharing. So let's move on to our second panel. So, Ili Faris, are you would you like to answer the second question? No.
Thank you, and yeah, I really like to.
All right, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. First, I would like to highlight Doctor's point just now, which is muhasabah. And yes, in leadership or in anything that we do a day, we have to have the muhasabah thing, because this muhasabah self-reflection will ensure that we observe and do a little postmortem lah. So what do we do in a day? If that is good, then what we can improve, and if that's bad, what we can change in future to ensure that that does not happen again. Same goes in leadership. Leadership, it is a sense of selfness that we have to have a self-awareness. So, based on from the questions just now, I believe that first, leaders are encouraged to reflect on positive, also negative aspects of their day in doing anything to the organization, or also as self-leadership. This also involves identifying situations that went well or also that didn't went well. For example, that muhasabah. So this muhasabah is really important for a leader to ensure that they have a self postmortem every single day. Second is correlation with emotional states. I believe that emotion can enhance the spirit of leader, and also can make the leader itself think before doing a situation or also decision making. If the leader fail to use their emotional effectively, he can use the emotional decision. He can use he can be so emotional in making decision, and also does not think about the impact that can make their team goes greater, or also that will make the team disaster. So this is important lah, in order to have good leadership skills. Emotion, you have to know how to control your emotion. Second, third is to the predictability of leaders' response. In leadership, sometimes yes we are leader, but sometimes we are follower. So when we are being the follower, we have to know what when we do something, or also we make an initiative or anything, we have to predict what is the response of the team. We have to know is the team agrees or is the team disagrees. or the how the team understand what do you want. So in leadership, communication, and also awareness, the prediction skill. You must have a prediction skill in order to have a good sense of stability and understanding within the team. And postmortem reflection, I think, is the most important as for a leader and also for the team, because this postmortem requires us to think and also to reflect what we do in the organization in 1 year, what we have done, what initiative have we occurred, and also what do we have to give to the others. So in this postmortem, it is important to pinpoint what is the good one and what is the bad one, so that the good one will be our achievement. Those achievements will motivate us, but we also have to highlight what is the bad one. The bad one is not a failure, but the bad one is a sign for us. This is not right, so we have to change. So in future, we can do better. So every day there must a room for correction or perfection. We are not God, so we will have no perfection. But every day we strive to do better and better, so that we can close the gap into perfect, but not perfect, because the perfect must come from God only. So I believe that that is my point lah. So I think that Nuriman must have something in his mind. So I give to the floor to him next. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ilifais, for sharing your opinion. And I also agree that one of the most important aspect in leadership is our emotional state. So if we are in any situation where our emotional state is not in our rightful mind, we might do something, we might do something, or we might think something without rational, like not rationally. So by not thinking rationally, we might do something which would bring badness, or will bring bad to the team. So I agree that emotional state, we need to conquer our emotional state. We need to make sure that if we are in a high pressure situation, we need to calm down. We need to relax first. We cannot just think what we are thinking. We need to think before we do. So I agree with Ilifais. So let's move on to our last panel. So Nur Iman, are you ready?
Yes.
All
Sorry.
right.
First, sorry because my connection not stable because I'm on the way to UTHM Pago for a program in UTHM. Okay. For my opinion, I like to share about what the state from Elifaris. Leader is not leader. Sometimes we must be a follower, because as a leader, we don't know all the there are a few other members have expertise on that thing. For example, in motivation program. So as EXCO, so EXCO one of EXCO of SRC. Then when they show their talent and show their skill, we as the people, as vice president must follow, because they have expertise there. So sometimes, and in one team, we know there are 4 characters. Firstly, dominant, influencer, follower, and worker. Then, but in one team, there must be just 3%, the dominant person, because when all want to lead, who want to hear? So a good leader is not a good boss, but a good leader is good what we said. Yeah. A good leader is a good listener. So a leader must hear to all the problem from bottom and top of their organisation. Mostly for SRC member, from student in university. And touching to the emotional, sometimes we when we have a problem, we can get the best decision because we make the decision with emotion, not rational. So sometimes we according to Dr. Sri Wahyuni, we as Muslim we have muhasabah, calm down, relax, and make decision. Sometimes when work in team, we must hear all the suggestion from all members. To we have many ideas, but we choose the best of the best to solve a problem. That means we have a decision together. Not we have our stand and we just choose our stand because we think we are right. The best leader is the leader that discuss with the team member to solve a problem. For me lah. So maybe that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nur Iman, for your response, for your sharing. So, Doctor?
May I add? Yes.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
able to add.
I'm interesting. Yeah, I'm very interesting with what already Noriman mentioned, but that leader sometimes should also become follower, and we can learn maybe from Javanese local wisdom. There is it is from Ki Hajar Dewantoro. He has like a famous statement that as leader we have to be ingarso. It is Javanese. So ingarso sung tulodo ing madyo mangun karso tutwuri handayani. So here it means that if we are in the front, so we have to be role model, best role model for our followers. In madyo, it means in the middle. We need together work together. Mangun karso means we work together with our follower. We collaborate. We work together hand in hand. And tutwuri handayani, when we are, and then we always support our followers to do to know their potential and support them and to success. That my addition for what Nuriman already said. And also there's one point that I want to add from Ili just now, that we are right that failure and success, how we actually have to respond with the failure and success, because I agree that we are human, we are mostly do as a failure, and Ili said that failure can be a momentum for improvement. And I will also add one point that even better our team maybe have faced failure, then we encourage them to come up with innovative solution. So sometimes we learn from failure and even get better solution from that, instead of have just moderate solution or just routine what we have done. But when we failure, and then we can do differently, and then we come up with innovative, actually not respond negatively to failure, but to be empathy and then to make it as momentum for innovative solution as well. I think that's from me. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sri Wahyuni. So, talking about failure, so I have a quote by Winston Churchill, which he said that success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So here, failure helps us to identify our weaknesses to give us an opportunity to work on them. It teaches us resilience and determination. So it helps us to enable us to keep going despite setbacks and challenges. So failure is, what we can say is that failure is just the natural part of the learning process. Yes, sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail, but it is that we learn from our failure, that we often learn from our failure than from our success. So failure, people are afraid to fail. Yes. So who else is not afraid to fail, right? But failure is one of the most important aspects in life. It's important to not be afraid to fail, because by failing, we are learning. Like, we know why we failed. So here, from Dr. Sri Wahyuni, she said that we need to munnasabah diri. So it's basically we need to reflect on ourselves. So why we failed? So sometimes we try to see like why we failed. So from failure, we know that, okay, maybe next time, for example, if we did a program and then, yes, not everything goes well. Not everything goes according to plan. So that's why it's important to have a post-mortem. So when you are with your team, we are able to communicate, we are able to exchange our own opinions to why maybe we shouldn't do that or we shouldn't do that. So we as a leader, we should listen. We should be a listener. We should be a good listener. We should accept everyone's opinion so that we can take what you think is the best, so we can apply it to our future program, so that inshallah the program for our future program will go well. So I agree, and I would like to add that there are, of course, there are positive and there are negative spots, or negative, how do you call it? I forgot what it's called, but yes, even though there are negative and there are positive things in your life, we should not remove the negative, but we should keep that negative in mind, so that we know that we as a person, we know what's good and bad. So we keep the good, and for the bad, we just put it in our mind so that we don't forget. So we don't take the bad, and we always take the good side of things. So
can I ask,
thank you.
Can I add a little? Yes, I agree with your point just now regarding the positive and negative things. And sometimes a leader, was too positive until he became toxic positivity. So in leadership, we must understand that there are no perfect leaders. So what I'm trying to say is it's okay to have positive and also negative feedback because we are not perfect. What makes us perfect is we change the negative side into the positive side. So that sometimes we see leaders that they are too positive until the negative side they ignore and they keep positive without changing what is negative. So that sometimes that toxic positivity gives a bad motivation for the team. I believe that. So I think that these leaders it's good to be positive, but sometimes you have to also see the negative that we can change in future because negative is usual. We are humans, so humans must know how to change the negative into positive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nuriman. Eli Faris, I'm sorry. So I totally agree with what you just said, Justin. So, should we move on to our third question? If nobody wants to add, okay. So our last question is: leadership can be isolating at times. How do you prioritize self-care and well-being without compromising your effectiveness as a leader? And how does this impact your overall sense of self in the leadership role? So, who would like to to answer the last question?
I think Nuriman never introduced first. Maybe you can start first, Man.
Yes, please, Nuriman. Agree.
A while lah, because I must want to enter from the laptop. So I give to Ellie first lah.
Maybe doctor, maybe doctor want to share something in terms of how we isolate ourselves sometimes. So it's okay. I volunteer first lah. To start.
Okay.
Or doctor want to start?
Okay. You first.
Okay, I first. Okay, thank you, doctor, and thank you, Danish, and so the moderator. So, prioritizing self-care and also well-being is crucial for leaders in order to maintain their effectiveness and also overall sense of self. A leader should know how to maintain their effectiveness, their hardworking, and also his mental health state. He also have to know his level. So maybe I can give some strategies that can help a leader to balance his life within their responsibilities and also personal well-being. And also, I also use this trick in my since I'm an MPP SRC. So I use this trick in order to make sure that my life is balanced. So number one is to ensure that I establish boundaries. So these boundaries must have between work and also personal life. When I work, then I work. When I have my personal life, then I don't merge it with the work. So sometimes during night lah, usually I play games so that I does not relate myself with work in order to have myself mental stable. Because if I work 24 hours, then I don't think that I can work effectively because our work as a leader, we need to use our brain extra than other people. So when I have this personal time, so I can do what I like and also sometimes go and spend my time with my friends or even my families and also the friend and also anyone lah. So second is to delegate responsibility. A leader should know how to delegate responsibilities because sometimes we see a leader that he takes all of the responsibilities into his shoulder because that is good, showing that how responsible you are. But you have to understand that we are humans. We cannot do anything. We cannot do everything. So in order to have a great sense of leadership, we must know how to delegate responsibilities. Sometimes when we get an easy task, we can delegate among our team, distribution, and also the operational work. We as the higher ups leaders, we must engage ourselves with critical thinking, with decision making, so that we can focus ourselves more instead of doing the small things that we can empower others. And by empowering others, we can create new leaders. These new leaders that will resume our tenure or also will replace our place later. So by giving this delegate these responsibilities to them, this gives them a start, a kick-off start. So by they seeing us know how to delegate tasks, so later when they replace us in that place, they know that not all work they should done by themselves. They have to delegate sometimes. Number 3 is time management. Time management is important. We have also the timeline. In Malaysia, we call takwim. So takwim, this is very important. This takwim, we use it to ensure that we know today what we're doing is tomorrow what is the deadline. We have assignment, which, for example, we set a calendar and we set all the priorities deadlines so that we can manage our time effectively. For example, during in my time, I only have free time in Saturday because I have no program. So in that Saturday, I can plan to do my assignment, can plan to go out with my family, or also I can go out and play games and also play sports. So using the time management, or in Malaysia we call takwim, using that, we can enhance our focus and also responsibility. We know what we are going to do. And by that also, we don't overwhelm ourselves with everyday work. So if we don't have that time management, we will feel that our work will never stop. Today we go work, tomorrow we got work, next week we got work. So time management is important. And lastly, I believe that cultivate hobbies and also interests. Some leaders, they have their own hobbies and interests. For example, there are leaders who like to read. There are also many politicians' leadership likes to play golf. Sometimes that hobby also can enhance our leadership skills in order to how our hobbies can cultivate our leadership skill more. So that for the audience who watch our show today, create a hobby, find an interest. There is no interest that are boring. Every interest are interesting. So that find your interest and also what that can first to ensure that you can make yourself out of the work and also can make yourself more active. For example, play sports, play football or some any sports, so that it can give you self effectiveness. So in conclusion, I believe that prioritizing self-care does not compromise effectiveness, but it actually enhance the effectiveness. Leaders who take care of their well-being are better equipped to handle challenges, make sound decisions, and also inspire their teams. If we see most of the leaders today, they have their own self-care. Sometimes they make what they like and also doing what they think best of the leadership skill. So that I believe the effective leadership is not just about managing others, but also about managing ourselves. That we are like we sometimes we hear that people say that we have to manage ourselves first in order to able to manage others. So that that is a real word that we can implement it in future. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Oh, sorry, too long.
Thank you so much, Ili Faris, for sharing your knowledge and thoughts. So, Who else would Nur Iman, are you ready to answer the question, or would Doctor would like to go next?
I give to doctor first.
Okay. Are you okay,
Okay.
Dr. Sri Wahidi?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right. So the stage is
Thank you.
yours.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Leaders sometimes they feel isolated because sometimes they consider themselves as the one who should take the main responsibility. Really, Aris just now said that as leader, I have to use more brand than others. Like what Ilyas Aris said, to be better in many aspects. Mostly, leader will perceive that they have to be better than the follower. So they sometimes become reluctant to delegate some of their tasks and spend most of the time planning, working by themselves. That's why leader need to prioritize self-care and well-being without compromising their effectiveness as leader. As I have three strategy, but mostly actually there's a list, maybe longer list, and here I will mention three, and some of them exactly the same with what have been mentioned by Ili Harris. But the rank maybe I put one. The first one is delegating as the first strategy. So to delegate some of the tasks to the team member, to delegate successfully, we need to know each of our team member to delegate successfully. And so here we should know their ability. We have to know the characters, patience, the circumstance as well. So as leader, we need to know better our follower. Even maybe if in organization we don't reluctant like to come to visit their house to know their family situation, so we can be wiser when we deal with our followers. And delegating our tasks not only can lift some of our burden or our work, but also provide good chance to empower and developing our team member. So delegating as my first strategy. And then the second is networking and collaborating. Building network and collaboration with partners, other parties can provide the leader with necessary support to accomplish their project. By doing this also, they can gain new knowledge and insight, and at the same time, also we can do benchmarking from the best practice of other party. So it can help us to accomplish our project faster, easier, better, and more importantly, happier. Because our partner, our what we call, when we collaborate with other, we have networking. Maybe we have community of practice and like that. We can learn from them, and then finally they find the best solution. So we can just maybe imitate. We don't need to start from the scratch. We can learn from other, and at the same time we can mingle with other leaders. We are not alone. That's the second one. And the third one, I also agree with Ili Faris that work-life balance is also very important in this busy work, busy organization. Leaders should consider that they have other important and wonderful life outside their work. It can be a family member, leisure activity, hobby, like Ili mentioned. We can do our hobby, and then we can strengthen maybe or try also spend our time for our religious or spiritual activities, and also long life learning, because sometimes as leader we focus on the skill that support our leadership, but there's also some knowledge that we can learn. So maintaining work-life balance has been approved to have positive correlation with well-being and other positive personal and organizational outcome in some. That's all from me, first because it's Asar in Indonesia. I will unmute my mic. Thank you so much. I will mute.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sri Wahyuni, for sharing. So, Nur Iman, are you ready to answer
Yes.
question? All right. You can
Okay.
go now. It's yours.
Thank you, moderator, Danish. So, referring to the question, leadership can be asserting at times. How do you prioritize self-care and well-being without compromising your effectiveness as a leader? And how does this impact your overall sense of self in a leadership role? Okay, to answer this question, for me, prioritizing self-care and well-being is crucial for maintaining effectiveness as a leader and sustaining a healthy sense of self in leadership role. Here are some strategies to balance leadership responsibility with self-care. So there are a few strategies. For first, the most crucial one is time management. Efficiently manage your time to avoid burnout, delegate tasks when possible, and focus on high priority activities. Set boundary on work hours and honor them. This help prevent overworking and promote healthier work-life balance. So for second strategy is self-awareness. Develop self-awareness to recognize signs of stress and burnout early on. Regularly assess your emotional and physical well-being. Understand your strength and weakness and be realistic about that you can achieve within a given time frame. Because sometimes we know our limit, we know our boundaries. So we must be not reach our limit to handle work atau and activities. Okay, so the third strategy is delegate and empower. So delegate tasks to capable team members, empowering them to take responsibility. This not only is your workload, but also foster a sense of shared leadership. So to delegate this thing, we must know our team strengths. So so that we can delegate tasks easily based on their strength and weakness. Trust your team and provide support, allowing them to contribute effectively and share a leadership burden. For the build a support system. Cultivate a strong support network, both professionally and personally. Surround yourself with a mentor, colleagues, and friend who can offer guidance and encouragement. Don't hesitate to seek advice or share concern with your support system. A different perspective can be valuable in navigating challenge. So lastly, practice mindfulness and stress reduction. Incorporate a mindfulness technique into your routine, such as meditation or deep breathing exercise, deep sleep. This practice can help manage stress and improve your focus. Identify activities outside of work to bring your joy and relaxation and make time for them regularly. Sometimes in a team, for an example, my student representative council team in UTHM, we for example, after the meeting, we used to hang out together, eating together, because as a team member, we must comfortable with our team member to we share our personal problem sometimes, because that thing will make us more near, more rapat. I mean, more close to each other. So this thing will bring to the positive circle among the team. So maybe that's all for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Nur Iman, for answering the question and sharing your thoughts. So, for the last question, for the third question, which is leadership can be isolating at times, how do you prioritize self-care and well-being without compromising your effectiveness as a leader? So, here we can see that self-care and well-being, we need to prioritize it. Why? Because yes, leadership sometimes can be isolating, as you can see. Like for my opinion, I agree that yes, leadership can be isolating at times. So how to prioritize, how to overcome it is by having self-care and well-being. So for me, we need to do things that we enjoy. Like, of course, work-life balance is important. Like Ilifar said. So when we do work, we do work. But when we are doing other things, we should do other things without worry about work. But yes, work is also important. But to have a stable of our mental health, we need to sometimes we need to relax without thinking about work. So for me, for me to have a good self-care is we should do something that we enjoy. For example, some people like to watch K-drama. Some people like to play games. Some people like to read books, watch television, or anything. So we need to do something. Sometimes we need to do something that we enjoy, because we can't always do work like 24/7, because it's gonna our brain or our mind is gonna burn out. It's gonna we're gonna overwork, and then we're gonna burn out. So that is we should not burn out, so that because of our higher ups, our higher team members of for example, the SRC is burnt out, then how about our team members? So we need to make sure that our health, our well-being is always taken care of. And one of the most important thing is having support, emotional support from your friends, emotional support from your family. I think that having support from our team members also is very important, so that we know that we are not we are not by ourselves. We have other people, which is our team members, our friends, our family, so that we are not, or what do people call it, lonely. So by having emotional support, we are motivated to keep on going. Whatever obstacles that we go through, we can keep on going, because we have support of our friends, our family members, and our team members of our team. So I think that's all of the question. So for the Q&A session, there will only be 5 questions, and I would like to inform the MC that I think we are ready for our Q&A session.
society. Attention to all audiences. If you have any question, please type it on the chat box and we will answer the question.
All right. So for the first question by Au Mei. Hello, greetings everyone. I have a question. What are some important qualities a leader should have to handle their role well and positively influence their team or organization? So, who would like to answer first? Regarding
Maybe
this?
I can answer this question if the moderator will let me.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. The stage is yours, Elifars.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Danish, moderator today. I like this question from Ofaumi. Good question actually. What are the important qualities of a leader should have? So to become a good leader, also great leaders, we have to have a certain qualities that we should have in order to ensure that he can manage the team brilliantly. I think I believe that first we must to have knowledge, because without knowledge we cannot be a leader. Because knowledge is important. No matter what knowledge, I think that knowledge that can help the team. For example, in MPP, SRC, or also our in team performances, first we need to know what we are doing. For example, doing programs, fight for initiatives, and also fight for the students. For example, in SRC. So in order to be a president or also a leader, a usual leader for SRC, we need to have number first knowledge about UiTM. For example, if become a SRC and so on. So you have to have a basic knowledge of UiTM and also basic knowledge of Malaysia. So when we speak about economy, we speak about this mahasiswa, so-called mahasiswa, the students, the higher education system, the academics, student affairs, and so on, we must have knowledge about that. So if we speak without knowledge, then people will not respect us. As popular words say that respect is earned, not bought. So in order to earn a respect from the people, we need to earn their respect through knowledge. It is the first. Second is the leaders must have a high empathy. Leaders with high empathy understand his team perfectly. Leaders that can understand his team, so that he can drive his team realistically in order to achieve their goals in the future. So if we have a leader with no empathy, fight for himself, and also does not understand the nature and also their team strength, you cannot bring your team to excellence. So what you need in order to have a quality of a great quality leader is empathy and also understanding. Number two. And lastly, a leader must know how to play their role and also become a role model for the people. Because as we see a great leader in the world, such as the politicians, the king and queens, also cult leaders, and also on, they know how to set themselves as a role model. So using that role model system, in order to make our team listen to us and also influence the team with our ideas and also anything, we must set a role model that people can see us. Oh, this is a good leader. He have manners. He know how to dress. He know how to speak. He understand what he speak, and also he know what he are doing right now. So that is a good sign of role model that we should show to the people and also to our team, in order that our team can follow us with our agenda, with our vision, that they understand, and they also are spirited enough to follow us in order to achieve our goals. So that I think that 3 qualities should have for a leader in order that they can play their role as a president or also as a class rep. This leadership is not passed for MPP, but this must have to all of the people. In order to be a leader, you must have these 3 qualities, and then you can be a good leader. That's all for me. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a very good answer. Thank you so much, Idi Faris. And I absolutely agree that those 3 qualities are very important to be a good leader. So, Nur, how about our next panel to answer the question? Who would like to go next?
The question.
So, can you see the question?
Yes.
All right. So, would you like to answer the question?
The same question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
The question. Okay. I repeat the question. Qualities a leader should have to handle their role and positive influence their team organization. So the first, leaders must have decision making and accountability. Make well-informed decision by gathering relevant information, considering various perspectives. Take responsibility for your decision, whether they are lead to success or failure. Learn from mistake and encourage a culture accountability within your team. So first, leader should have the decision making and accountability. So when they cannot make decision, they are not a good leader. And also a good leader also inspire and motivates. Inspire your team with a positive and optimistic attitude. Celebrate success both big and small. So sometimes in a team, for example, we work in team together and we have a small achievement. For example, we had done a National Week program, but we celebrate with all the team members of all the team committee to give the appreciation and to the committee, and our committee will be more appreciated and want to work with we again as SRC, and this also will create a good reputation for from two sides, from the committee and SRC. Motivate individual by recognizing the contribution and providing opportunity for growth and development. So as a leader also, we have our for example, UiTM have Secretariat MVP or SRC. We want to motivate them to be a good leader, and also the leader, the next leader for the UiTM or for the country, right? So we as a leader, the best leader is leader that create many more leaders. So lastly, for be a good leader, also we must have effective communication among the team. A leader must master art of communication, be transparent, articulate, and open to feedback. Mean hear to others. As I said in previous question, a good leader is a good listener. Listen actively to your team members, understanding their perspective foster trust and collaboration. So I think there are 3 important things that must have to be a good leader. Firstly, decision making and accountability, inspire and motivate, and lastly, effective communication. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noriman, Mr. Noriman. And I also agree that those three qualities makes what a leader a great leader. So lastly, Dr. Sri Wahyuni, are you ready to answer the question?
Yes, I exactly I agree with both panelists and about the quality of leaders. I just maybe add one or 2 points that is risk taking. So leader need to take risks, yeah, brave to take risks, but of course still in rational, being rational as well with their weakness and strength, with the opportunity and also threat that we are faced. So we still try to measure our resources, but risk taking. It's also important quality for the leader. And empathy, again, empathy is also, I think, a quality to make a leader can be effective when guiding their follower, influence the people. Because if we can stand on other people's shoes, then it will be better. It can provide guidance for to customize our guidance, our how the way we live with people, because people have different condition, people have different circumstance. So be empathic. And then from the aspect of sense of self, I think also the positive sense of self, like self esteem, self efficacy, self awareness, quality to always nurture or enhance, so we can be a good leader. Thank you, Dennis.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Sri Wahyuni. So from the answers that our panel have given, yes, all of them are great qualities that makes a leader a good leader. So yes, of course, good communication skill, decision making, empathy. Also, I would like to add is time management. And we as leader, we need to know how to manage our time. Of course, as a student, we need to know how to manage our time. Like if we have, as a student who is also a student representative council, we have a very tight schedule because we are busy with assignments. We are also busy with our work, which is our student representative council. So we need, as someone who has these positions, a student and also a SRC member, we need to know how to manage our time well so that we are able to finish our assignment on time and we are able to do our work effectively. So all our panel that gave answers are very good answer, and I also agree that they are great qualities which makes a good a leader a good leader. So let's go on to the next question. So we got a question from Nazatul Ain Najihah Muhammad Hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam. Could you explain how self-reflection contributes to improving leadership skills and share any personal insights or experience? That's a very good question, Nazatul Ain Najihah. So is there anyone of the panel who would like to answer this question?
I think Dr. Sri, this question is good for you.
Okay. Yeah. I will answer from different perspective. I'm as a I'm as lecturer, and then I will eager to know from the perspective of young leaders here. Okay, so about self-reflection, because I believe that it is very important for young 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 people especially. So I also use it as one of methods in my teaching. So in most of my class, I ask them to do self-reflection. If the class is 5 or 20, I will ask to do self-reflection every week, and then they put in the system. I ask them every week, and then the second week just put in the same page until the 12 weeks, so they can reflect on what not only from the lecture material, but in the way they interact with others, and the way they build the team when they have a teamwork, working in teams, and what obstacle they face during the teaching and learning process, and also during their completion of their assignment, and then how they try to find they face obstacle. Like there's some interesting, and I like to read the self-reflection or the self-reflection actually for them actually, but I said to them, and this is part of the learning process, so they send to me. Yeah, they have to send to me, and then very interesting when it is in that I said to myself, oh, as lecturer, I have to understand the condition of my student, because if not, sometimes that students say that, sorry ma'am, I cannot open my camera because the network is not good, for example. But and then I said, because I live in Semarang, it is a city, and internet is quite good. So I sometimes, is it true? But I understand it. I believe my student will speak friendly. Then there is one of my student. She is still studying now. I think she is in semester 7. She lived in boarding school at the time. I mean, Islamic boarding school, and every time she will join the class. She has to go go to the city to sometime in car wash, in our cafe, who is I mean, there is Wi-Fi, there was Wi-Fi, and then they can eat quietly, and then find a place, and then yeah, and also I asked them to send the document, I mean the photo, to show the condition. From the experience of my student, I can then become aware that they are struggling at the time. They are struggling, and they said that by try to write self-reflection, they can also then aware of the problem they face and how to deal. They become what we call, yeah, they then learn not only the material, but they learn how to be problem solver, good problem solver, how to manage the time. Problem, for example, they need more time to prepare, for example. So they have to manage the time. And there are many, I mean, this lesson, the way, I mean, this method helped them in improving their soft skill. And it can be applied as well in other contexts. Thank you. Thank you for the question as well, Nazatul and Nazia. That's a very good question.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sri Wahyuni, for your sharing your experience as a lecturer, like how self-reflection contributes to improving leadership skills. Thank you so much. So, would there be any other panel that would like to answer this question? or we could go on to the next question.
Can I? Oh, next question.
I beg your pardon. What did you say, Nuriman?
Can I ask the previous question or the next question?
Oh, would you like to answer that question?
Short and
Yes.
simple. For okay. Okay, self reflection contribute to improvising leadership skills. Okay, for me, self reflection is a powerful tool for a personal and professional development, and it's play a crucial role in improve leadership skills. Maybe there are a few self reflection contribute to enhancing a leadership ability. Firstly, for me, we must have empathy and understanding. Reflective leaders are more empathic because they understand the perspective and feeling of others. This empathy is crucial building trust and fostering a positive team culture. Because sometimes we know as SRC member, there are few SRC member not do their work, or in bahasa we say hilang ya, dengan izin hilang lah, or not do their work but have a role as SRC member. So how to to make them from don't do their work. So firstly, as a leader, we must approach the problematic member to know the problem, and do that we member problem, and as a team we can give a suggestion for her or his to solve their problem, and this thing from others will help each other to solve the problem. So next is stress management. Leadership role often come with stress and pressure. Through self-reflection, leader can identify stress and develop coping mechanism to manage pressure effectively. Improve stress management not only benefit the leader's well-being but also positively impact the team overall moral and productivity. And last but not least, enhance emotional intelligence. Leaders who engage in regular self-reflection are better equipped to understand and manage their own emotion as well as the emotion of those around them. Improved emotional intelligence contribute to effective communication, conflict resolution, and ability to build positive relationship with the team member. So this thing for SRC UTSM, we sometimes we have a big problem among the team member. After the meeting, we used to call the heart-to-heart session. In the session, we just the all member just said all the problem that had their facing right now, and what their dislike, or there are sometimes miscommunication. This session will make the team understand other, and will make as a team close. Okay, so this thing, the self-reflection is very important thing in the organization. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noriman Arif. Noriman, for sharing your opinion about self-reflection. And I agree that self-reflection is very important because it contributes to the ongoing development of our leadership skills. So because of self-reflection, it's basically a continuous learning mindset. It promotes self-awareness and also it empowers leaders to make more informed and effective decisions. Because as a leader, we need to have we need to self-reflect on ourselves. Like maybe like at the end of the day, we self-reflect and see that did we do did our decision that we just did brings the goodness to our team. If not, why? So that maybe next time we can improve our decision making so that we do not make the same mistakes that we did before. So I agree. I like the question, and for me, self-reflecting is very important to improve ourselves as a person, not just as a leader, not just as a student, but as a person. So let's go on to the next question. So our third question is by Nadira Natasha. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nadira. Waalaikumsalam. Okay. So I would like to ask a question, which is how can leaders foster a positive sense of self and authenticity, contributing to a more constructive and empowering leadership style? A very good question by Nadira Natasha. So here, who would like to answer this question by Nadira Natasha? Is there anyone that would like to answer the question?
I think I can answer this question by Nadira.
All right, you can go ahead, Elifaris. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. And it's a good question from Nadira just now, asking about how can leader foster a positive sense of self and authenticity to ensure that a more constructive and also empowering leadership style. So in leadership, leaders to have to understand that they are not forever become leaders. Sometimes we are leaders, sometimes we are followers. So before these leaders become leader, they must have to be a follower. So when you be a follower, you know that what kind of leader you want. So when you become leader, you have to do what your follower you want. I know that you don't understand what I'm trying to say. So that the story is like this. I'm the first year student. I'm a follower. So I have a boss. I have my leader. So I have seen my leader. His leadership style is like this. So I don't like his leadership. So I tend to foster. I say to myself, I say to the team, our leader have to be more constructive, empowering, instead of doing things by himself, going to everywhere by himself. Instead, he should empower us. So that was what I said before I became leader. So when I became leader, I have to do what I said just now. So in order that leader can foster a positive sense and self and authenticity, first the leader itself must know what is feel to be a follower. So you have to think before you doing something, before you doing anything, decision making, also empowering these subordinates to do something. We must understand if we do something, do our followers like that? Do our followers can accept or can follow us what we want? That is first, number one. Second, a leader can foster a positive sense through mentoring. Instead of you become the boss, you have to show that you are a leader. Instead of you asking people to do things around, for example, I asked Nuriman Iman go and meet the Timbalan Naib Chancellor Haluan Pelajar, and then do this thing. But Nuriman doesn't know how to do that. So what I should do as a leader, I have to help him. Okay, Iman, so we are going to meet the Deputy Vice Chancellor Student Affairs. So we have to do this and this. So it's okay, we do together. I empowering you to do, I give you permission, I give you autonomy to do proposal. So through that mentoring leadership, we can enforce and we can enhance our follower to be leader. We can enhance decision making skills to this followers as our subordinates. So in this way, we can create a new generation leader. We don't have to wait until we replaced, but we can start during our tenure. We can start during when we are leader. So a good leader know how to find his replacement. So what replacement do we like? What replacement do we have? This kind of replacement, so that the team, the organization can run smoothly even though you step down in future. So I think that is my opinion. I hope that you understand, Nadira. If you don't understand, then you can ask again. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Ilya Faris. And to be honest, I really like the way you say that we are not forever a leader, but we are also a follower. So, and I understand what you said is, for example, when we become a follower, for example, if our leader, we don't like the way he's being or the way he's acting. So we as a follower, we know how we like, we know what we like. So that's how we can become a leader, is by becoming a follower. So we need to have our point of view as a follower when we are becoming a leader. Like, for example, is myself as a follower, does he like the way that I am becoming? So by having that that thinking, we know what we like and what we don't like as a leader and also as a follower in the same time. So I really like that, the way Ili Faris explained the question. So would there any other panel that would like to answer this question? No? So we can proceed with the next question, which is the fourth question. So thank you, Nadira, Natasha, and I hope that your question was answered. Zuli, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zuliza. Salam. I would like to ask, if a leader holds a negative behavior, what consequences that will happen in the work environment and what are the examples? So thank you so much, Zuliza, for the question. And that question is actually a very good question. So I would open this question to the panels here. Would any of the panels would like to answer the question? And for your information, this is our last question from the participants, our viewers. So would any of the panels would like to answer this question? So if not, maybe I'll try to answer this question if the panel don't mind. So
Maybe Nuriman know how to answer that.
Okay, can. Okay, so I will answer this question. Can
all right.
Naresh?
Okay, the stage is yours.
If a leader hold a negative behavior, what consequences that will happen in the work environment and what are the examples? there are too many example for me. Okay, as a human, there are always a human error that human make mistake every day, daily, monthly, weekly, because we are human, not a machine. Machine also have their tolerance to make a product, but we are human. So for example, when a leader have a bad behavior, for example, the leader who have uh, what we say always not listen to the members' problem and used to blame when the team member do the wrong thing. This will lead to among the members not can working effectively and comfortably with others, because they want have one the leader that have right way to school their members. For myself, for in UTSM, we also myself is also the one of almost will be angry when hear to problem, but our vice president always be the say the natural one to hear both side from side A and side B to solve the problem. This thing will sometimes will lead when we be use a leader. They our committee or our members is not will not hear to our instruction, because we don't listen to them. And also a leader, we must take care of our attitude. For example, like today, we know the one of ahli parlimen was get ni lah into the jail and ni. So there are many perception from the netizen, from the people in Malaysia or out of Malaysia. And so as a leader, we must be careful in every single step or single decision we make. And almost must muhasabah ourselves to be a good leader. In there a mistake that will be done every day, but from the mistake we learn and improve day by day. This thing will make our negative behavior will turn to a good behavior when we muhasabah and self-reflection to ourselves and our team members. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
I think I want to add a little. Can I finish? I add a little. I like the point from Iman just now about a leader must have good behavior, and if not, then we have to muhasabah ourselves. So I want to just add a point that a leader should have a good behavior, a good attitude, because you are the role model of the team. You are the face of the organization. So if you show to the people that show to the student that you have a bad attitude, bad behavior. So the first, what will happen is people around the organization, outside of the organization, will not respect you, because they see your leader is a bad person, so they tend to lead. They think that all of the organization have a bad attitude. That is normal. So we see sometime, for example, the president have a bad attitude, for example. Usually other people, students, see the president only, they not see the subordinate or anything. So through that, sometimes they will say that, oh, this team is bad because the president is bad. So the president or also leader, class rep, or also anything, first you have to ensure yourself you have a good attitude and also positive behavior, because it will make your team not respected enough lah. That's first. Second, in work environment, even though yes, sometimes a leader holds a negative behavior such as come late to meeting. Also sometimes he also urge for self-glory instead of team victory. So sometimes a leader that does not have that qualities tend to have negative behavior. So it will make the team moral down, motivation down, and also that is one of the example why the team disappear. So just now, Nuriman said that some MPP hilang. So sometimes hilang is because by they fed up with the leader or also with the team itself does not give commitment. I'm not blaming anyone, but it's usual. It's usual in the organization. Sometimes it happen like that. So just for improvements, maybe consequences. We as a team we can enhance. We can tegur. We can also give them advice on what they should change in the future, so that we as a team work together. We sometimes the leader, he is human as well. He's not God. So we advise them on what should he do, what should he not do, so that he can improve his behavior, and also in future our team can get more better and better. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noriman, and also Ilifaris, for sharing your thoughts and opinion regarding the question. So I would like to ask Doctor, would you like to answer the question?
Yeah. Hey, Dennis.
Yes or no?
So for yeah, just highlighting the answer from Ili Paris.
Alright.
Yes, because leader when leader make mistake, it is maybe easily task for to together improve when there is mistake. But negative behavior, bad behavior is will be challenging for the followers. And I agree with Ili Faris that it will influence the moral of the followers. And maybe sometime here we need then try to provide to approach the leader personally, and then talk by heart to heart about the negative behavior, because it should be changed to the positive one, in order the team can run as a healthy team and healthy organization. And also, I will correct my my statement before about the experience of my student. She is now in semester 5, and she is also one of a student who are active in campus. I hope that the self-reflection is give contribution to the development of her and her classmates as well. Okay, thank you, Dennis.
All right. Thank you so much.
Can I add something?
Yes, you can. Go ahead,
Okay.
Noriman.
Okay. Counter from the Zuli question. I give a good when a leader have a good behavior. For example, for our president in UTSM, Mr. Wan Amshadi bin Muhammad Hadi is the president of Majlis Perundingan Pelajar Kebangsaan MPPK. the one of a very have high responsibility in the one of the make decision uh, with the higher education ministry, right? So UTHM is a technical university that are not very popular among Malaysian, right? So, but when one character like Mr. Amshar be a president and show a good behavior, this thing lead to the visibility of UTHM. I just give a good model for when a leader give a good behavior, and among others can see and also this will show the visibility of university and SRC of UTHM. So beside the bad negative behavior, we can know the people we don't like us, but if we show a good behavior to others, all people will respect us because this thing all the, that we call common sense will we make a good to other people, other people also will make a good thing for ourselves lah. So in addition, for my advice, every each single people do we met or you met around the world or around, make a good behavior and good attitude to help or to be a good speaker or good listener for each people that we meet. So they will because we are representatively for universities, right? Because and we as a mahasiswa in Malaysia have a good reputation with others in Malaysia or out international level lah. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nuriman, for sharing. Yes, Dr.
Okay,
Dr. Sriwaini,
so
would you like?
adding for the information here, for regarding the yes, regarding bad behavior, amar ma'ruf nahi munkar. So maybe we can also use this to in order to maintain a good character of the leader. Although amar ma'ruf is easy, but nahi munkar is mostly challenging. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I agree with you, Doctor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sriwaini. And I also agree that Amar Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar, we should live by that. We should know what it means, and by having that, we know that what's good, we should do what's good. We should terima, not in English, we should receive what is good, and we should prevent evil. We should prevent what is bad. So thank you so much to our respected panel for answering all of our questions that we have given. So, but now, dear participants, unfortunately, our second session for today has come to an end. And our second session is our last session for today. So thank you so much, every panelist, Muhammad Ili Faris, Muhammad Nur Iman, and also Dr. Sri Wahyuni for being our panel for our second session. So my name is Muhammad Danish Nias, and I'm the moderator for today. And thank you so much. And I'm sorry if I have made any mistakes. So I will pass this on to our MC. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Let us watch a video from one of the parts UITM Terengganu.
Okay guys, so hari ni kita nak pergi ke Gunung Sarut. Sini lah.
Hai, saya Adib.
Saya Akmal. Ya. Jadi hari kita pergi ke Gunung Sarut.
3 hari 2 malam, Mat.
3 hari 2 malam,
3 hari 2
Mat.
malam.
So ni rakan-rakan vlogger saya. Okay. So, let's go.
Stay tune. Swipe up. Sound.
Tutup sikit.
Kau begitu sempurna, di mataku kau begitu indah. Kau membuat diriku akan selalu memujamu. Di setiap langkahku, ku kan selalu memikirkan dirimu. Tak bisa ku bayangkan hidupku tanpa cintamu. Janganlah kau tinggalkan diriku, takkan mampu menghadapi semua. Hanya bersamamu ku akan bisa. Kau adalah darahku, kau adalah jantungku, kau adalah hidupku, lengkapi diriku. Oh sayangku, kau begitu sempurna, sempurna. Janganlah kau tinggalkan diriku, takkan mampu menghadapi semua. Hanya bersamamu ku akan bisa. Kau adalah darahku, kau adalah jantungku, kau adalah hidupku, lengkapi diriku. Oh sayangku, kau begitu. Kau adalah darahku, kau adalah jantungku, kau adalah hidupku, lengkapi diriku. Oh sayangku, kau begitu. Sayangku, kau begitu sempurna, sempurna.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Before we end our session, please scan the QR code for the certificate.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we end our program, I, Iman Haikal, as the MC for today's program, on behalf of the organizing committee, would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your participation in our program. We would also like to apologize for any inconvenience that may have arisen during this program. I hope everyone enjoyed today's session. Tremendous pleasure to serve all of you. Once again, thank you everyone for gracing our event, which your present. We truly appreciate it. See you tomorrow for the remaining two sessions, which that I end my duty as the master of ceremony for today's event, which wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.